What happened to R. Kelly can end up happening to you. What happened to Bill Cosby can end up happening to you. What happened to Deshaun Watson can happen to you. Today, what happened to Tory Lanez can definitely happen to you guys if you're messing with a woman that does not have your back. You might think it's as simple as I'm saying it, but ask yourself a question. All the women that you've slept with, if I'm talking to the men right here, all the women you have slept with, all the women you've one night standed with, would they set you out to the authorities? If the girl out of all of the girls that you slept with, all the women that you've slept with in your life, how many can you really say this was an actual good woman? How many of you guys are already in a bad position? Because I'm telling you right now, if you're on child support, that woman does not have your back. If you have to pay alimony because of your divorce, your woman does not have your back. Let me say this again. If you're on child support, you already have a woman in your life that does not have your back. If you have to pay alimony, that woman does not have your back. And I'm going to keep it real. When you living in America, most of the women that you are sleeping with, their daddy, they've traded a man for the government. So they will sell you out to the system quick, fast, and in a hurry, even if she has to lie to do it, if she does not get her way. Do not think what happened to Tory Lanez cannot happen to you. I bet you, I've been saying this since 2019. I got this from Corey Holcomb, though, by the way. He used to have his little talks on the, let me not say little, that sounded to me. He would have his talks, which were very powerful when he used to do iStar. And he was talking about what was happening with the R. Kelly stuff after all the surviving R. Kelly and whatnot. People are so quick to put a label on these people. And you seeing this with the same thing with the Tory Lanez trial. People don't even understand the whole R. Kelly situation. The average person, they don't understand what's really going on with it. And that's why he's about to come free, because I knew a lot of those charges weren't going to stick. Corey Holcomb would have his thing. He was talking about R. Kelly. He said, what happened to R. Kelly can happen to you too if you're messing with women that don't have your back. R. Kelly had his harem. He was balling. He was doing what he could. The money ran out. Then Surviving R. Kelly came out. Coincidence? I think not. What happened to R. Kelly can happen to you. I bet you Tory Lanez would never think he'd be in R. Kelly's position. I could be facing 23. He's about to face serious time. Damn near same time as R. Kelly. Sentencing doesn't start until the 23rd. I don't know how they're going to appeal this. I don't know how that's going to work. They need to have, like, for me, if I'm his team is whatever, I'm trying to push this to the Supreme Court or something. Because there should be no way where there's no DNA evidence of his on the gun. Kelsey asking for immunity. There should be no way he's facing 3 counts of anything. But that's how it goes. You mess with the wrong woman. Party, you have been warned. Party, you have been warned. Do not complain about what happens to, like, if I'm Megan Thee Stallion's boyfriend Party, I'm looking at this and I am figuring out a way to exit this cleanly. Because look, when you determine in your mind a woman is evil or she's just a terrible person and you continuously fuck with her, You're going to get, but God is going to punish you for that. God is going to punish you for not going away. When you look at the situation, you start doing your research, you look at the reason why Kelsey and Meg Thee Stallion were fighting in the first place. You start looking at, now you start doing your research, and you're like, "Oh my God." So Meg Thee Stallion was in, you start figuring out, okay, Meg Thee Stallion was introducing all of the dudes to Kelsey. Every person that Kelsey was about to fuck with, who Meg Thee Stallion introduced to her, she would backdoor her. Meg would backdoor her and start screwing with the dude, and steal, and it just ruins Kelsey's come up, because Kelsey, she's trying to come up, she's trying to mess with one of those guys, so she can get her come up, so she could be the next Cardi B, or she can be the next one of the Kardashians, whatever, one of these people, Jordan Woods. One of those people. She's trying to come up. Every time she thinks she got to come up, here comes Megan Thee Stallion, stealing the boy from her yet again. That's enough motive for me. When I start seeing it, I start putting it, I'm like, oh, so Kelsey shot the bitch, I think, allegedly, since we're on YouTube. We on YouTube, so I gotta say allegedly. But she asked for immunity for a reason. I mean, I'm like, oh. As you start putting it together, you're like, oh, okay. Now, and you take into account of all the people she messing, everybody know Meg Thee Stallion been passed around like a goddamn a blunt in a Snoop Dogg green room. So we know what she's about. Party, now you know what your girl is about. Party, you know what your girl's about. You know what she is. Everything is out there now. Whatever happens to you after that, do not come with this whole, I don't want to see Party's dad out there looking like Tory Lanez dad if a similar situation happens to him. Now, we could talk about, Tory Lanez dad, and the reason why he brings up the names Jay-Z. I mean, if you guys don't understand why he's bringing up these names, you don't understand how this works. I don't even want to go into that. We all know how this works. Meg Thee Stallion is she's represented by some powerful people, and we'll just leave it at that. Lizzo, represented by some powerful people. Lil Nas X, represented by some powerful people. Cardi B. These people, they serve a purpose, and it's not to the good of us. You know what I mean? So this is how I always, people talk about, people of the small hat community are untouchables. We have our own list of untouchables too. We can't touch Lil Nas X. We can't touch Blizzo. We can't touch Meg Thee Stallion. We cannot touch Cardi B. I've seen Cardi B say shit that men got their whole careers canceled over. And Cardi B literally, and over allegations, mind you, and Cardi B actually admits to her shit. She's like, she can't, but she serves a purpose. Her purpose is for destruction. So they're gonna keep her at the place where she is. So that is my my bit of it. I'm not gonna go into the case. I'm just gonna say we know what Meg Thee Stallion is as a person. We know how she is, and regular men in our lives. Come on, we know the bitches that we fuck with. We know what they about. Let's not play dumb. Let's not play dumb. We have all fucked with bitches that we know would set us out to the system. And it's not even for a check, just based on how she feels. We've all fucked with bitches like that. So what happened to Tory can happen to us. What happened to R. Kelly can happen to you. Remember that.